What is up, skeptics and all, to this episode of Skeptic and Ranting, where we are watching Biblical Prophecy Confirmed. If this is the mark, no law can stop it. But as I was talking with James earlier,
Well,
wasn't
a social security number that was the mark?
Well, I mean, there's always going to be a new technology.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be afraid of it. Anyway, yes, we are watching a video from the channel Next News Network. Again, you don't want to watch previous news network. Oh my. Next News Network, yes, indeed. Where I love the full name. Because, again, this is something I also wanted to talk to James about. Just the urgency, and yet, is it? All right, the title, Alert! Breaking! Biblical Prophecy. Bombshell. Prophecy confirmed. That is what I feel like, okay, James? Not to break into a politics-like thing. Yeah. But, all right, Fox News is right-wing. MSNBC is liberal. And I think CNN is very specific. Do you know what CNN is biased towards, James? It's a specific set of two words.
I'll let you. I won't spoil it for you. I'll let you do it.
Breaking news. James, everything is breaking news. Every 5 minutes,
CNN news
someone sneezes. You must hear about it.
If you have the app on your phone, I mean, my God, every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
CNN News Alert. CNN News Alert.
The news tapped into your veins.
The good old
Sirens
News Network, as Rush Limbaugh used to call it in the 90s.
I know. Well, that's my thing. See, I think they are mistakenly get called left wing. Sure, there's going to be all these agencies that, you know, they're going to lean liberal or left or whatever. But CNN truly wants the fight. It's what they are interested in. They
had their, back when they had Stelter on before they got rid of him, and then they had Don Lemon.
Sure, there's some there's some good hosts on there.
Or Chris Cuomo.
Just like I'm liberal. There's some good hosts on MSNBC, but I always like to focus, because sometimes what they'll say is, well, you got the Fox Newses of the world and you got the CNNs of the world, and that annoys me because it makes CNN seem like they are the hippies, which I get it. They're liberal more than Fox. But, James, it's like their version of news is fireworks. And listen, I get it, but they're one of the original 24/7. And when you got to fill news 24/7, again, I sound like a hater. I'm not very happy with the media in general right now, but it's not because that they have a bias towards liberalism. It's because, that dollar bill, James, the almighty. Also important in religious circles, though. We've been watching Righteous Gemstones. That's a great show. Sending shout out. Sometimes I feel like they could make it on our podcast, James, if they were a real version. Nonetheless,
Robin out there, Big Bad Mama.
Sending love to everybody out there. Sending love to Robin and Big Bad Mama and everyone. I am not. Praise I am. How's he doing out there?
Is it Ken Hoven?
Sponsored by coffee. Kent Hoven, possibly.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. All of these kind of conniving, money hustling, and Ken Hoven isn't even like a what are called the prosperity gospels. He is just a run-of-the-mill creationist con artist, though his theme park
sovereign citizen.
Yeah, I mean exactly. He has enough shady stuff going on. Also, I would say borderline because I just, it's like when they say allegedly, they allegedly did this. But, some people died. Some people got raped. Kent Hovind didn't cry. He just sat around the lake.
Well, I'll tell you, all the kids that didn't die had a great time. They all wanted to come
Exactly,
back. They
James.
all wanted to come back.
If you think about it, it's about all the kids that didn't die along the way.
I mean, we've been open for like 8 years now, and all of a sudden we just have one kid drown, and everyone thinks it's unsafe for kids. We've had probably 15 million kids come through here in those 8 years. Only one of them died. Only one of them died.
Be a great slogan on welcome. Only one kid has drowned here.
Well, I mean, like it's like if you wanted to run a daycare center out of I don't know, a Tire Kingdom, and you could run it out of the storage room back there. And, like kids in the storage room, a Tire Kingdom. I mean, they won't die. Oh, great, wonderful. They won't die.
Sponsored by kids.
That'll be their motto. They won't die. Bring your kids
here. They won't die.
They won't die. Yeah.
They'll be fine. They'll also find Jesus because, most likely, from them not dying.
Speaking of preachers, we had a Jimmy Swaggart just died recently. You probably don't know who he is, Amy, but he is famous. He's a charismatic preacher. Speaks and does the tongue speakity speak. Yes. Balls and shaft. Balls on chin.
Gesundheit. Yes, exactly.
But he had a thing where he was married, but he kept getting caught with prostitutes and that are not his wife. That he was patronizing. And
see, James, that's where I draw the line. Okay, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of prostitutes, but cheating on your wife.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. When you're in a monogamous relationship and you're holding that up as the pinnacle that everybody should aspire to, and you're hurting your wife by being unfaithful, that's kind of a dick move. And he did this where he was denying it at first, like the first time he got caught, and then he did this dramatic confession before his church. He's all in tears saying, I've sinned. I've been so horrible. I'm such a horrible person. And he repented and he rehabilitated himself. And then like a year later, they have photos of him with another prostitute, and he basically said, "Okay, fuck off, leave me the fuck alone. This is my private life.
Prostitutes.
This is my private life. Go kick rocks." Yeah.
I mean, if they would just be honest and not scumbags, it reminds me of a Norm Macdonald joke. And the worst thing about it was the hypocrisy. But I guess in this case, I mean, no, it was the cheating, but also the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Speaking of women doing their job, I realized that we went into full gear. Hold on 1 second. We didn't even play the intro music. Anyway.
Oh boy.
Yes.
We're slacking.
We are watching a video. Welcome, everyone, on a biblical prophecy confirmed. It would be funny if it was biblical prophecy unconfirmed.
Is this the one about which one are they confirming? Is this the one about the demons coming to take people before Halloween, or King Charles being the Antichrist?
Where if Kohl's doesn't give you a 30% off coupon after you do a return, the Antichrist comes, I think. Right? Probably.
But do you lose your Kohl's bucks?
James,
if you buy stuff and you get Kohl's bucks and you return the product that you used to get those Kohl's bucks, do you get to keep them or no? James, you will know this, Amy.
He is the Lord of Darkness, the Prince of Evil, but even he is it gonna take away your Coles box? Come on.
Okay. All right. I mean, some people have like $150. They work hard for that. They don't want to just lose their $100 in Coles bucks.
I mean, there could be a cute shirt. You could lose your soul. What are we talking about? Anyway, yes, the intro. Right. Biblical prophecy from Next News Network. So won't you join Amy Newman and James W. for a cryptically good time? Ooh, and Penelope. Penelope as well. She's joining us. Yes. Penelope is funny because sometimes she will push her head into your hand. As in, like, why are you not petting me, peasant? Oh, baby girl. Okie dokie. Yes. Hello, everyone. We are indeed Skeptic and Ranting, and we are talking biblical prophecy. What I was trying to say with James earlier, like, we get mixed messages, and I don't feel like I am spoiling anything. I'm still not doing the intro, but this is still how much it bothers me. It still gets me how, and this is the way it always is. I feel like for it to be anything else, I wouldn't spoil it. But it's always like, James, did you hear the good news? Be horrified. The world's ending. Yay. I'm sorry, what? Are there pills for that? I don't know.
Pills.
Pills. Don't say pills, James.
They just have Cool and the gang celebrate good times tomorrow.
Good times. Yes. Also, please don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. I said it, YouTube. You can let them go.
The subscribe thing.
The subscribe thing.
The like thing. Do the subscribe thing and the like thing.
You know it becomes pop culture when you see it imitated in movies. You see like people go, thank you, like, follow, subscribe. And you're like, hey, they did the thing. But yes, it allows you to see our premieres, join our live streams. We get to send shout outs to everybody out there, as well as send love to our supporters. We have super chats and we'll interact and jump around. I feel like I retroactively have to say thank you to Chris like a billion times, but he is always very modest. And so I get this conundrum where I'm just be very happy. But we send love to truly all of our supporters out there. James, I was about to say I'm a stream of consciousness, but I make fun of that statement. I hear people say it sometimes because that kind of is what being an animal is. You and I, James, we're having a stream of consciousness. So is me and the girl at Wendy's when I order, but streaming consciousness. I feel like I'm making fun of the subject that I myself like at this point. It's fundamental. But it's so not. It's so not. Okay. It's fundamental to us, though. Fundamental to us.
I mean, we don't know what it would be like without it because we would never be there to observe it. But, would everything disappear if we did? If there was no conscious observer? I don't know.
I would arguably say no. I know we truly can't know.
Probably not. But
I would arguably say no just because everything that we know, we came about so late in life. And so it's just weird because it'd be one of two things. There's this one big consciousness floating outside the world somewhere that's
cosmic.
Keeping it up. Just by looking at it, James. They gotta always look at it. Just always observe it. Which is a misunderstanding of the observer effect. But whatever. Just looking at it. Just right here. And then the other version, which is I guess the hippier version, which is like, but James, consciousness is not just here, but like it's here and it's here and it's everywhere And that too also feels like it's a deepity to me, again, just to go that far out, and it becomes useless again. I think it's very specific. Yeah. Like, I am conscious, you are conscious, she is conscious. Very specific attributes. The plants behind me, not conscious. And I know some people scream, but have you seen the study where they emit a signal and if they're getting cut? All right, cool. That means that maybe they have a mechanism or two among what I would argue. We say we have 6 senses. Let's say we have like dozen, almost 20 different, senses if we were to really go into it. But like, sure, but they don't have consciousness the way we do as an animal, the way we understand as a walking around thing.
Yeah, that's more of a mechanical, a biological machine, a mechanical reaction to something.
And I would say it doesn't need consciousness. Like, they can bend towards the light. Very cool. Takes a little bit because it's not that urgent of a thing. And so we have to quickly either hunt something or put it in our mouth, or else game over, man. But consciousness. It's just funny because as obsessed as I am with the subject, it comes up, I would say, as equally among theists that you wouldn't think the consciousness has anything tied to it, but
it's something that is hard for us to fully understand. I don't think anybody fully understands it. So, it provides some level of ambiguity there for them to say it's something special that has to come from a god.
Well, it's something both comfortable, an experience that we have with us at every second, and in that instance, it would be mundane, and yet it is also amazing in that we are this very small band that truly is interacting in this manner. And it took billions of years to have this type of special mechanism. I hate to say special because that's me humanizing it. Unique niche to be filled. And
with selective pressures that evolution over millions of years pushed us in this direction to get there, to this highly intelligent state.
And I would argue, and this is again very armchair, just looking at it, but I continue to make this, it seems to be a reaction to plants. Plants happened. There's only a few other niches. Put things in the mouth, put the mouth on things. Put the mouth on things is fungi.
Now you're talking about Mr. Batman's logic here. You're talking his language.
Put things in your mouth. Excuse me, that was another. He no longer says that he was ex-gay because he gets roasted so often. He just tries to change the subject or attacks or something else. But because I ask him, I love this question. Again, incoming rated R quote. But I always like to ask him, hey, Mr. Batman, is it true that once a sucker, always a sucker? And he never liked to answer the question.
Everybody sinned. We've all sinned, sir.
We've all sinned.
Some just did it better than others.
Just the level of denial. But yes, we'll give some shout outs and then we'll get into it.
I love
my wife.
I'm
Ted Haggard. Can I James, okay, I have big news, okay?
Do it.
And it's history, but like this is big LGBTQ news, okay?
How big?
So, an eggplant. Like,
15 feet.
I learned that King James of the King James Bible was most likely bisexual.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
I did not know that.
Pat used to talk about that on the show.
Really? Oh, sending so much love out to Pat. That must have been my ADD because my goodness.
He did have a there was a man who had access to his bedroom through a secret a door, a pathway, and what exactly went on in there is only left to the imagination. But they have a very close relationship, and most likely there was something going on with
multiple men. Now, I'm not saying I don't want to, because the common get put into buckets. He had children and a wife out there and stuff, but there were numerous male suitors, and I want to find this one quote. I was by poet Theophile de Value observed that it is well known that the King of England, the Duke of Buckingham.
He said what?
He
F's?
Yeah. The Duke of Buckingham.
Oh, okay. Not the Duchess, but the Duke.
The Duchess.
One of the dukes from the Book of Genesis.
Yes. I also think it's funny. Imagine being the guy to translate the Bible, and you're going off with with ladies and men, and then it just you go down the list, and it's just like not have sex with what now? Did we translate that part? Could we untranslate that part? Oh my goodness. Sending love. What's up, Ember? What's up, everybody? Sending so much love. I shouldn't shout into the microphone. It's good for people's ears.
Better than a whistle.
Better than a whistle. Better than a dog whistle. What are we talking about? Not getting into politics. We are talking about, hopefully, I can't believe that King James just getting down and dirty.
I didn't know you knew. You didn't know. Wow.
Do Christians know?
I mean, those who it's not really like a Christian. It's more like a historical thing. Because I mean, he just had them translated.
Look, that's a fancy way of saying no.
No, most of them really don't spend any amount of time thinking about it.
But that's the word of God, James. Word of God. Even though it's just a translation.
Well, yeah, they would say, the Catholics would say, I mean, the popes have done bad things, but God made sure that when they did popey things, they were doing good things. They were doing right things, even if they did bad things when they took their pope hat off. It just makes me imagine like a pope talking with a cardinal, and the cardinal's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Popey things." Yeah, popey things.
Poping around.
The Pope Mobile.
They do drive in the Pope, but nothing says I trust
who
God.
Hijacked the Pope Mobile? Somebody did that a few years ago.
Did they? Ooh.
Who was that? Who hijacked the Pope Mobile?
Not all heroes wear capes. I'm just allegedly.
Is that Dennis Rodman?
Dennis Rodman did Ambassador Dennis Rodman. But nothing says I trust humanity or God more than inch thick bulletproof glass. I feel like that's what really gets you in the heart, in the faith valves. Bullets don't though. That's good. Anyway, sending so much love to our channel members with our evolving badge system. I desperately need to get working on more emojis. I should have polls or just do some. I guess I could figure out how to ask people. Can there be ways that people could fill in their own? I guess you could have other and put in the comment section kind of thing. Evolution triggers the creationists. That's why we do many episodes of it. We're probably going to do more. Probably upcoming. One of them, we almost picked an evolution episode, but James was right. He did tempt me.
She couldn't. I knew she wouldn't be able to resist.
There's two special guests.
Yeah, two special guests saying very appropriate things for the two guests.
And I don't want to give away who they are.
Two big brain theists.
But I don't want them to turn gay just like they were turning the frogs. What? Yes, also sending love to our Patreons.
That's a pop-up. I wasn't looking at that. That's a pop-up. You gotta go outside, some pop-ups come up all the time.
Everyone sees two-girl pop-ups.
I wasn't looking at tranny porn. That's a pop-up.
Control, Alt, Delete, Control. Mossad, put that on my web browser. Probably.
Whoa. If Mossad did that, then they just need to keep on doing what they're doing. Mossad, just keep on sending me those links.
I was going to say, if they could just do that multiple times a day. How about just once later on in the night? Once a night. No? What are we talking? Yeah. Twice on Tuesdays? What are we negotiating for? This is Jewish Space Laser Lady, though. We're in weird times. This is a weird timeline.
It is. I wonder what the people in the others would think of this one.
Yeah, I wonder what the people in the regular timeline are doing.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I need to wear my shirt that says everything is fine. Sending love also to our patrons at patreon.com/ABNewman, including all these lovely people like Azo, reminding us we have a Skeptic Ranting community. Chris Disciple, reminding us Christians, theists, come as you are. Just please not on my sheets. That was a dirty shout out for him being a Christian. I'm sending so much love to you, Chris. And Dale Pastel, sending so much love. We're looking for empirical evidence. They always ask us, and James, this is how it always goes. What kind of evidence do you want? Empirical. Well, then why am I even talking with you? Because that's not what the kind of God is. You're like, well, you asked me. Why didn't you say what kind of evidence? Plus, I don't want empirical. That would have cleared that up real quickly. And then I guess I would have said, what else you got? Like when you order a hamburger and they tell you they're out of that. Well, okay. This is a hamburger place, but what else you got?
So ChatGPT is telling me that indeed,
oh my goodness,
I guess Dennis Rodman made his own Pope Mobile and rode around Rome in it. But they're saying it wasn't the official Vatican Catholic church.
Well, Chris Rock does live in a miniature version of the White House. And I wish I were making this up like a Snapple fact. Nonetheless, he does. He also has a gold toilet. All the rest. Not Chris Rock. Jesus H. Chris Rock is amazing. What's the Kid Rock? Kid Rock.
Oh,
Jesus H.
Someone who's not quite as amazing.
Yeah, someone not quite as amazing. Chris Rock is probably my third living favorite comedian.
He's good. He's been good for a long time.
Yeah. It probably goes what's it called? Bill Burr, and then Dave Chappelle, and then probably Chris Rock. But no, Kid Rock lives in a miniature version of the White House.
Okay.
That is healthy. Yes.
Maybe miniature like Monticello, Jefferson's house. Maybe that might be a little more. I don't know.
Trying to think of if they have a White House replica. Hold on. Because I can't help myself. They changed up all of the controls, but it looks like they added a bunch of stuff, so that'll end up being good in the long run.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. When did you have that done?
Recently.
Oh, recently. Okay.
Again, interesting timeline. I
just remember him with the what was that, like 2 years ago with the M16 shooting Bud Light cans?
Yes.
And
my
then
goodness.
A few months later, is photographed holding a Bud Light, drinking.
Yes. Not only that, but got photographed holding a Bud Light. They end up talking with the CEO. Surprise, surprise. He kind of backtracks. Says, guys, come on. They're back to being all American. The irony is that they weren't an LGBTQ drink to begin with, and they almost crumbled instantly. And so, there weren't big movements of gay people being like, Bud Light, to counteract it. That's why the numbers went down. If it was a good beer, no offense, Bud Light, if you had an orange in it,
fruit beer,
then maybe you would have got one of us.
It's a staple.
But
it's not meant to be anything special. It's just
I get you.
Swill.
But it has its place. I'm only making fun of it or roasting it because the irony for a long time was like, if you drink a Bud Light, you suck a big D.
Oh, yeah.
Or you wear a dress. And that was an interesting phenomena because it's like, sweetheart, what kind of beer do you think this is? I mean, that's why they tried to do the campaign, because none of us drank it in the first place. So they're like, maybe we could expand. And then they freaked out at that. And then we took down Tesla. Actually, that's a work in progress. But, his brand is all liberals. He can do damage control now, but there's actually an easy solution for the company to maintain the inflated stock price that it has right now, and that's to get rid of Elon.
Oh, okay.
I know. They're having a little divorce right now anyway, so I just enjoy that. I don't like either of them, him or the orange one. So they can fight it out. There are only winners in that battle. Who? Sorry, sending love.
Well,
I'll continue to say though, and as blue-haired as I get, as cynical as I get, it's not a knock towards conservatism. It's not towards, I would say, Republicanism in and of itself. I would say the Republicans are cowards right now. True cowards. The Democrats aren't much better. But, it's not that strong a guy. I don't get it. He shares so many of my bad qualities, and I just don't get how, it must be this generation, because we don't know how to parent those type of bad qualities. We'll do it. Say sorry. No. Well, no, go. You did something wrong. No, you did something. Okay. Anyway, he's from this. Okay, I don't want to get into it. Politics.
Do it to me.
I need to go up more on sets, though, James. We need to do more. Oh, I'm almost done cleaning, so I need to get back out there. Sending love. I can't help but mourn one other thing. All right, I gotta do one other thing. Did we do our shout outs? Hold on. A few more shout outs. Sending love out to davegar. Sending love to reminding us the earth is round. The Earth's 4.5 billion years old. Sending love to Rachel Holen,
Allegedly.
reminding us allegedly. Sending love. It's still a thing on the internet. Sending so much love to Rachel Holen. You shouldn't be invading the nations around you. And just go to a club. I mean, if you're kinky, go to a BDSM club. If you're not, we were just talking, go to any of the ones that sponsors Bud Light. I'm self-conscious every time I burp now, James, because all the comment section, and I swear, this is every comment now that I do debates. It's always...
Every comment.
Well, no, actually, and I should say, I shouldn't be too hard on myself. Actually, the past few debates, the comments have been fairly nice towards me. Fairly. But, like, the other things I get are I'm a drunk and I'm on lithium. And I don't drink. And, socially... I haven't drunk in...
You're not a big drinker.
Yeah, I don't think I have had a drink in a year, maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then they say I'm on lithium. Lithium's like for people with bipolar. Lithium's there's its usages
the mood stabilizer.
For it.
Yeah.
But like, I am unmedicated ADHD. This is all natural, baby. This is weed, caffeine, and neurodivergence. And it makes me feel, I guess, a little bit. People are like, I had to check if this was 0.25 speed. Oh, I know why this is on my mind. Mark Reid, sending love. Mark Reid had a fantastic 7-hour-long debate. But apparently this Christian was very popular because their fans were all over the page. And I was curious, about this person. And lo and behold, when I went onto their videos, they had a video on me and First Amender. So I was like, ooh, okay. And so, but that's what I mean. All the comments, they're mostly attacking First Amender. But all the other comments were someone like a very serious comment. Like, I have been in the field for 30 years, and this is an over-prescription of lithium with prescribed with neurosis type of... You're like, dude, I just, takes a little bit for me to think, but I get there. Or to speak, I should say. Because oddly enough, I feel like it's hard to explain. I talk slow, but like, if you were to see me type, I go...
Yeah, I mean, these people think they know everything. They don't know shit. But I'd even respond to it because it's like they're trying to castigate people. Like, why is that? Why would that be an insult? That if somebody needs to take... That's
true.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you,
if somebody needs to take something and that helps them, why is that? Oh, this person's on this. Go suck a dick.
See, I was so insecure about myself. You actually raise up the better point, which is why
castigating
being on
people with mental illness,
exactly,
who are able to function fine. Yeah.
Well, they do throw that word around a lot too.
Yeah, they do.
But I'm sending love to Mark Reid, who I'm just sending love to doing, again, a 7-hour debate. More power to you. The lovely, amazing as ever, Mark Reid. Go check him out.
Oh,
but it was just so funny. All the comments were attacking him hard. And I would say a lot were ad homs, in my opinion, towards him.
Oh, of course.
Like, they weren't like,
he's this autistic Aussie. Stupid shit.
Very much just, let's say exactly. Lots of ableist language, lots of, just attacking who he is instead of the actual argument. Which, Mark is a fantastic, patient guy. So it's like getting triggered by Randolph, who is also just a street guy.
Very gracious, very,
But you should go check that out. I should check if Mark had an after show, but you should check out Mark Reid's channel anyway. All right, I have two more. Gonna send love to Regos. We should, James, this week. we should do a skeptic Bible study. That really should be our next thing. I keep on wanting to do, the hot stuff, which is always fun. But I think there's an important point to us doing the Bible study, which is, I swear, we
are really overdue for one.
Yeah. Sometimes it's the best way to experience it. Because I'll tell you, in Hebrew school, I was half paying. Pokemon was way hotter to me, catching both red or blue than really caring about my bar or bat mitzvah. And so I wasn't paying attention. And that's even before we even touched on the New Testament. I'm excited for that, though. That might take a little bit. We got to drill in there. And then sending love to Ian Davenport, reminding us that apologetic arguments.
This right, Jesus will come back before we get to the New Testament.
Come on, Jesus. Come on. I gave you permission to come. What's going on? Hey. Femboys, I'll tell you.
2,000 years, yeah.
Okay, the other thing this is gonna date the episode, and I don't care. And it's political, but it's not. It shouldn't be. And it's just because I said the word coward, but yet I have to. I need to send love out and then, criticize. Sending love to Stephen Colbert, who got canceled 3 days after he criticized his company for settling a lawsuit with Donald Trump for $16 million. Now, the company said it was a financial decision. Interestingly enough, he is the number one in the ratings right now, has been for a few years, and just got nominated for an Emmy. Now, what that says to me, again, I have to say, what's the word of the day be today? Elmo says, allegedly. And yet, it just seems like they gave way to political pressure. So there are 10 more months left. He was very important to my sanity. I think that's why they are doing this. Not like to get at me, but to attack at the type of media that is able to freely criticize. And I think this is hopefully going to be a silver lining. He'll be unleashed just like Conan was. And he's doing great things. Oh, I know Stephen will also do great things. But I have to send love to my Catholic brother, and he is my brother because he shares the same ethnicity as James and I. That is to say, he is a comedian. And so I am sending love to Stephen Colbert. I know he will go great places. I am thankful for everything that he did. I know that late night gets a lot of flack from detractors who say that no longer funny anymore. I hear this a lot with SNL.
Political. It's all political now.
I think that's the way a lot of it always was. And I'll be honest, let me tell you, it is what keeps me sane. I wake up, they're what I watch in the morning as I get ready for work. And I will say that it makes life more manageable. I don't think I'm the only person saying this, because when you have this feeling of powerlessness, the only thing you could do sometimes is make fun of the horror. And so they are important. And I'm hoping that he finds another way. I would say the reason that he got fired was political. I would say, I don't know why, because he would have lost the lawsuit. He loses most of his lawsuits. Oftentimes, not to use virtue signaling, but mainly just to appease him. And win or lose, he'll claim victory anyway. So, Anyway, Stephen Colbert, Sending love. All right. I am going to remind us all, we are Skeptic and Ranting on Biblical Prophecy Confirmed. If this is the mark, no law can stop it. Again, James, if no law can stop it, it just seems like you're playing like Avalanche is coming, but you might as well just stay there, because what you're going to do anyway.
What you gonna do when the mark comes for you?
When the mark comes for you. But yeah, James,
Mark
I'm handing
Reid,
it back
the
over
mark
to
of
you.
the beast. Yeah.
The mark of the beast.
Well, hello everybody. It's great to see you guys out there. Yeah, I'm sure Mark did an amazing job at that debate. He always does. He's one of the best debaters in the atheist debate scene that I'm aware of, that I've ever seen. He's always well prepared. He's always makes really good arguments. He knows the material. He's just pretty much what all atheist debaters should aspire to be, more like Mark Reid in their own way, not necessarily to emulate, but his preparation and the way that he attacks these arguments. The arguments are very good. Good to see Victoria out there. Reid is the mark of the beast. Yes, Jester, he certainly is. Ember, yeah, he'll probably be back on Comedy Central. He was on that network for what, 15 years with the show. So yeah, he'll be there. He'll be back if he wants to be. But this video, well, you know, it's got some goodies in there for you. It shows what happens when people take this religion stuff a little too seriously, when they goes from the pages of the book and they actually try to apply it to reality, and all hell breaks loose. It doesn't work. Shit goes off the rails, and yeah, as Amy was saying, you know, these are the same people who actually want war in the Middle East. They want stuff happening with Israel and Palestine and Iran. They want to start shit there because they think that will be some type of catalyst for the end of days, the Antichrist, or whatever that they want or think is going to happen over there. And but yet on the other side here, they're very you know, they're cautious. Like, do we really want to do that? Do we want to implement, you know, what they think is the mark of the beast, which always changes? It's always, because every single generation has always thought that they were in the last generation of Christians. This is nothing new. And so sometimes you'll hear them today say, oh, only in this generation, only now could we have a global government where everything could be regulated. Well, guess what? 100 years ago, they thought they were the generation. 100 years before that, they thought they were. 500 years, yeah, they always thought that they were. Even in the New Testament, it's very clear to think that most of them believed that they would be alive at the end of days, even in the first century. They thought they would be alive when Jesus came back, or the rapture, or whatever, whichever notion of the end times you subscribe to, because there are several, and the Christians disagree about them all the time too, because their whole theology on the end times especially is fundamentally a Frankenstein. It is not presented in the Bible as a clear narrative. What they actually do is they take snippets from different books and use colorful language to tie it together and present their narrative, and then another group of Christians will do it slightly differently, come up with another narrative. It really is like taking 4 or 5 different movies and cutting up different parts of them and streaming them together as one movie, trying to make it work, trying to be coherent, trying to do it. And that works if you take it at face value, if you just accept it as what they're telling you, which most Christians do, because that's the basis of faith, right? They're used to just accepting things because that's what faith is all about. We can't prove it. We don't have to prove it. In fact, it's better for you that we can't prove it, because you'll be rewarded in heaven. Yeah. they're kind of primed for this just by the virtue of faith. And this is the way it always happens. 100 years from now, the Christians who are alive then will probably still be doing the same thing they're doing now. There'll just be fewer of them. Because unfortunately for us, religion is dying. It's probably won't be completely dead within 100 years, but it will be further along that path than it is today. With very little doubt. And that's a good thing. But, today we're going to look at a little bit of what happens. How does this still affect our society today, our culture today? Because we actually do have real problems, real issues that need to be addressed from both sides of the aisle, by the way. Both sides have things that they care about and want to push forward, but we keep getting distracted by this religious nonsense. It's not just from one side, even though probably 80% of it does come from one side. There is a little bit of overlap, but that being said, it is predominantly come from one side of the aisle. And maybe if we could get past that, maybe we could actually get around to solving real problems that we have today. It's like you'll hear Christians, they don't really say this out loud too often, but, they definitely have an idea of like climate change. We don't have to worry about that. Like, we already know what's going to happen in the Bible. God comes back and he burns the earth. So there's nothing we're going to do that's going to have an effect on that, because we already know. The humanity survives until the end, and then God comes down. So let's just not worry about all this like climate change mumbo jumbo. Who cares? There's nothing we can do to the earth. It's all just it's all in God's hands. Jesus, take the wheel. So, oops. What was that?
That was Jesus taking the wheel.
There you go.
But indeed,
Jesus, take the joystick.
Take the joystick. I agree with you, James. There are definitely problems
submersible
on both sides of the aisle. I do think fundamentally, I am a moderate, even though as I have a lip ring, and so I have to, I think, vote certain ways. But yes, one thing we can all agree on is that prophecy doesn't come true. From any of these religions, they make all of these prophecies, and I don't know, James. The best we get is war and rumors of war. That's my favorite too. Rumors of war. Fantastic.
Earthquakes in diverse places.
Diverse places. If they were all in one place, all right, then that'd be nothing. But if we have earthquakes in diverse places,
here and there,
exactly.
Maybe over here, maybe over there. I don't know.
Do you see him here? Do you see him here? Pulled one from your ear? Yes, we are going to get into it. And I want to read the full title because, again, the full title always cracks me up. But from Next News Network, not Previous News Network. That's their rival. Current News from Next News Network. Alert! Breaking. Don't you just need one of those? Isn't that a little redundant?
Breaking Bad.
Breaking biblically bad. Breaking biblical prophecy confirmed. Because if it was not confirmed, I don't know why I'd be showing it to you. If this is the mark, no law can stop it. No law can stop Mark Reid from having an amazing channel.
We don't need no stinking laws.
We don't need them. All right, and we're going to get into it. And right away, it shares that beautiful mug. I think they sell action figures, I'm sure. Of Alex Jones. Let's get into it.
Right into it. Right there.
Sometimes, James, you gotta do it live. We are breaking biblically prophecy. Tag me at Amy Newman or James W at James W. Let's have some fun.
There is a pathway to this with a digital central bank digital currency dollar in this Genius Act.
He is against a CBDC.
CBDC?
A central bank digital currency.
Oh.
Okay. A lot of people do believe, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, she says
Sorry,
Congress is secretly pushing for a cashless society, citing biblical prophecy, Revelation 13, verse 16 and 17, which is a reference to the mark of the beast.
However, right now, what is being voted on today in Congress is the entire setup, groundwork, and an entire infrastructure being laid to move from cash to digital currency. And I've read.
Okay, I don't think there's a giant movement yet within the government. However, is that scary? I don't know. That's currency becoming
that's
currency.
Inevitable. It's inevitably we're using less and less cash.
And, I'm not a big cryptocurrency person currently, not haven't partaken, and yet doesn't seem scary. Doesn't seem like it's the end of the world, but okay. Let's continue, Space Lasers. I'm sorry. I shouldn't. Got to be respectful on this channel.
Representative Green.
I was going to say Miss Space Lasers, but I'm sorry. Representative Space Lasers. Continue.
The Bible, and I believe what Revelations 13, 16 through 17 says, and I just cannot
what about
for a
Revelation
future
18?
system that will do that.
What about Revelation 20?
But they're saying we have to have this passed. He wants a sign ceremony on Friday.
Clearly, there's some very terrifying things in this bill.
Are there? I mean, there are bad things on the bill, but from cryptocurrency, you didn't care about the healthcare? That was okay, but cryptocurrency. Okie dokie.
It has passed. There's going to be a signing ceremony on Friday, tomorrow, and it's going to be signed into law. Of course, we do not want to have a mark of the beast infrastructure constructed. However,
what do you mean, however? This is the other thing that gets me, James, and they do this multiple times in this, podcast, but they do this in other Christian, Muslim circles. James, it's the end of the world, but there's going out sales. Okay.
Hemorrhoids, but if you're going to have hemorrhoids,
you wouldn't think there's a however. Okay, continue.
We can delay prophecy, perhaps, but you can't stop it.
Then what are we doing? If you can't stop it, then he's just giving us a warning, James, so that when we get that up our where, we're just gonna at least know what's going on.
You can't stop what has been written in Scripture.
It has been.
Be aware of what it says and use this information to guide our steps, but you can't stop what is written in the Word. It says the Antichrist will come to power. It says...
Okay, yeah, what's the word? Bird is the word, sending love to Bird. He's not there, but...
Every man will receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Okay, but here's a testable thing. James, what happens if it happens in the left hand?
I don't know. Then
and
it
again,
can't be the mark.
We could all go this is what I think humans do. We can all interpret this and go, oh, in the brain? Do you mean like a Neuralink? And it's but is that a mark of the beast? Because if they end up selling those things elsewhere, like at Apple, and it's just the new brain computer or whatever. If you have to pay
with your brain,
it just seems weird that the mark of the beast, the end of the world, could be something that's bought at the Apple store or at a Tesla company if we're gonna go whatever Neuralink, whatever Elon's thing is. But
I bet
extrapolating,
you can even buy it on Temu.
They would make knockoff
a budget version. Yeah,
eventually.
Yeah,
that is how the market generally, not always. There's 2 market leaders, and then a bunch of knockoffs.
2 or 3 years. Yeah.
Yes, and so it also just seems weird to me that like you would have to buy into the mark of the beast or the Antichrist. Like, can I get the Antichrist? I'm gonna have to get a payment plan. Sure.
Let's take your satanic credit score.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
it says 666. We would try to get it lower or higher, but coincidentally, it says that for everyone.
That's the perfect score.
Yeah.
No man will buy or sell save he that has the mark, the number of the beast. That's what it says. So I have consider this a sign, even. The Lord told us that we must watch for the signs. It was a command given by Christ that we would see the signs of the season of his return.
Okay, what's that?
What is this?
They've always seen the signs.
Is this a sign? Is this?
They saw the signs.
No, I know. It's just like how they've been saying the second coming of Jesus. There's always
it's the same thing. It's all wrapped up in it.
I shouldn't say always, but as long as this concept has been circulating.
It's this emperor, that pope, this king, this business leader, this person.
What's up, Victoria? And sending double extra lovings to Davegar. I know we were talking, but I saw him out there. Send so much love to him. What's up, Jester? What's up? Did we say hi to Porpoise? What's up, Porpoise? Say hi to everybody. I still sending love.
Good to see everybody out there.
Footsteps of the Antichrist coming to power?
No, it's probably just capitalism. Good, bad, however you just want to view it. It's just a product.
The framework for digital transactions has been around for a very, very long time.
But now it's scary.
Look in your wallet.
Most of the money's been digital since the 90s.
Look at the little gold chip that's in your...
All right, this is another thing that gets me, okay? And I get it. This guy does not need to dye his hair. He's fairly young. And yet, this is like a classic. I'm getting old, or I am old, or like do you see the way technology is? Okay.
Okay. But before that, Amy, I have to ask. We always have to do this. What do you think about the beard and the slick back hair? How does this guy do it? The beard and the slick back. He's got the Pat Riley mid-90s look on.
Not a bad looking guy, but the beard is on that edge, okay?
Right.
It's groomed right now, but it's a week away from not being so.
Okay. So it's at about where it should be.
This is the longest that you can go unless you're growing the beard. There's this weird, okay? I don't want to do like a chart, like a beard zone. But there's this weird zone where like you have this finely trimmed image, and then you either have a beard or you just got stuff going on here. Yeah. So you got to either commit, or he's got to just trim it up.
About where it's at. Yeah.
Yes, the hair's fine. I'm okay with he's got a decent hairline to do that. Yes.
He's been using finasteride. He was using that since he was like 19.
Oh, I didn't even notice the chunk comp down there.
I thought you would have seen that. The other thing is like an Alex Jones thing, isn't that?
Oh, like Alex Jones right there.
Yeah.
I told James I can't. Did you boys and girls, everything in between, see Alex Jones tearing up, crying up lately?
Oh boy.
I know. Sending love. I'm gonna cough. But we are watching Skeptic and Ranting. Biblical prophecy confirmed.
Download.
Have you noticed that wherever you go now, you can simply take your credit card and you can tap Tap to pay.
And this is a bad thing? Like,
yes.
Like it seriously got 2, maybe 1 second quicker, which if you do a lot of transactions, you do transactions every day, it makes a difference. It is like noticeably
makes the lines
a little
move
bit faster. Yeah. And yet it is not Antichrist fast, James. It's not like, oh my God, we went from swipe to boop.
Well, it also gets you past the skimmers, the people, the scammers who put the skimmers on the machine.
Has built-in security.
So if you just tap, you're not actually swiping or inserting, so the skimmer can steal your information. So they're trying to make it more secure, and the fraudsters will come up with an RFID thing that will take the information that way too eventually. But
see, I have an alternative hypothesis to everything you just said, James. What if it's just Satan? You ever think about that?
Well, that's what davegar said. He's becoming a demon. Pay 5.
Yes. 5 times a day. I feel like at 6 you get a free demon possession. I'm pretty sure they keep on,
like the receipt prints out, like at CVS. It just prints out like the coupon that you don't even want. You don't buy.
Sending so much love as well. Davegar sent in a $2.99 super sticker going bump. Thanks,
Davegar.
Sending.
Well, there you go.
You
got to at least 6 today. So
that's right.
Whichever demon you want, just go on the website and pick it up, and the demon will possess you.
Possess you at your leisure. That's what I like about demons, is they work on your time.
Bob Larson said so.
Yes.
It used to you have to swipe or insert. Now it's simply tap to pay. I mean, that's as simple as now move that little gold chip, move it to the size of a grain of rice. I mean, we've covered this time and time again.
I bet.
Technology exists to have RFID chips inserted into people. People are doing it voluntarily.
Yeah.
So,
James, I have a badge, like many teachers, I'm sure do, where instead we no longer have keys. You don't use keys anymore. You have an RFID badge. Exactly. It just goes around your neck. Again, maybe he's afraid of boops. Like, you go boop. I swear, James, that's what he's afraid of. Just technology that goes boop.
Yeah.
I just don't see how it's scary. It seems very convenient.
Push to start cars,
And would it be that scary? Okay, I'm not saying this technology is going to happen. I'm not saying anyone has to get it, even if it was invented. But if they could put, literally the same way that we chip our pets, if they could do that, and it's even smaller,
got a chip,
and you put it in your hand, and now you can just open the door. Yeah, that's not that surprising. I get people who wouldn't want to do it, but it's also doesn't feel like the end of the world for people who do want to do it. Again, that's science fiction right now, but just seems like an easier way to open up commercialized things, James. It really doesn't
more
seem
secure,
like the end of the
less
world.
of a
We're more secure, oftentimes just easier. But okay, whatever.
it's just a matter of time before that little gold chip on your debit card is tied to a microchip into your body so that you can tap to pay.
Okay. And
so like I said,
James, again, the scenario is I want a candy bar and I go like this and I paid for the candy bar. Everyone is happy in that situation. And the end of the world, apparently.
Or you go to Wendy's, like a Baconator with 3 extra orders of bacon, please. And you swipe and you're happy because you got your sandwich. And the cooks have to cook a fuck ton of bacon, so they might not be too happy about it. But whatever, they'll do it. And they'll make it and they'll give it to you.
Can I tell you? There's now a breakfast Baconator, and they do what I have been doing for years, which is you just replace the burger with sausage, and you pretend like it is a breakfast burger. It's fantastic. I put bacon on it. It's a good time. Anyway, let's continue forward. I have to make up for all the years. I say that as if my Jewish family didn't eat bacon. They whatever. Sending so much
make
love.
up for your ancestors.
Make up for my ancestors, exactly.
Who missed out.
Speaking of Jews, back to Representative Space Laser.
Can perhaps delay the prophecy, but you cannot
delay the prophecy. They have some gels for that, right, Amy?
I'm pretty sure
that you can delay the prophecy.
If you have early onset prophecy, you may be able to delay it.
Nobody wants their prophecy to be fulfilled within the first 2 or 3 minutes.
Isn't that a weird notion too, that you could even delay prophecy? Is it really prophecy if you could delay it?
Judgment Day is inevitable. You only postponed it.
I guess it's like a Final Destination movie. It's not until the end that you realize. Oh my God! Can you say I've seen that? It's the first time I've seen a Final Destination movie. This whole household, they all love them. I thought it was okay, but I got angry. Spoiler alert! Do they all end like that?
I haven't seen one in like 15 years, 20 years.
That was what frustrated. It's the same to me with, I don't want to, I feel like I'm spoiling all the horror movies, but Smile annoys me. If I know there's going to be a third one, if they don't win by the end of Smile 3, okay, and kick this demon's ass, I'm angry, okay? A demon of all things. Come on. Nonetheless.
What did I see? The Seventh Day the other day with Guy Pearce from 2021.
He's a hot guy.
Yeah, he's a handsome looking dude.
What's funny? If you're into that kind of thing,
if you're into that kind of
thing, they had what is the guy? Ben Stiller. They're interviewing Ben Stiller, and they had what's his name on there as well? Guy you just said. My brain is mush. Guy Pearce. And he was trying to do Blue Steel, trying to look sexy, look into the camera kind of thing. And it was funny because there were two ladies on there and they did okay. But Ben Stiller, because he's funny, he did it. And then Guy Pearce, he looked at this camera and he was like, oh, this is nothing. And the crowd freaked out. He just did this thing and he just looked so sexy. Sometimes you just got the touch, I guess, James. I don't know where it is.
Well, in this movie, he plays a Catholic priest and exorcist.
Oh my!
I'd say I haven't seen him like in that good a form since the Count of Monte Cristo in 2002, where he played Fernand Mondego, Count Mondego. He was really good in that movie. He was really good in this movie. He does really good at portraying like conflicted people who are conflicted inside. They have internal conflicts. They have differing motivations.
Kind of like Satan?
Yeah. Kind of. But in the movie, he's a Catholic priest. He's an exorcist. But in the end, he's training a newer priest to become an exorcist. He's showing him the ropes, teaching him. But it turns out in the end that he was the one who was really possessed all along.
Dun, dun,
yeah,
dun.
The new priest has to do an exorcism on Guy Pearce, the priest exorcist. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm gonna totally find that video of him being sexy as well. But that sounds like a fun movie.
It wasn't bad.
What is written? So that's my take on this.
Mm-hmm.
We have to have eyes open. Tell. We have to be able to watch what is happening.
So that we can delay it, but it can't be stopped. So Enjoy
our soul for eternity.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we can get a bill passed, it's going to completely block CBDCs. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's try to make it happen. But what is written is written. There will be a time that a mark will be placed in the right hand or in the forehead so that no man will be able to buy or sell. So we can scream and yell about infrastructure being created. Yes, at least listen to it as a warning for the fulfillment of prophecy, but know that redemption
can't do anything.
Draws nigh.
Oh,
all this means is that Christ will return.
Oh,
so celebrate.
This is what I mean.
Yeah,
James, this is terrible. The world is ending. Everything is going to hell. Celebrate.
Woo,
Why are you so
party
worried?
time in the house, Poppy. That's party.
Again, just
party
mixed
time.
messages. But you know, you do you.
Right. Celebrate that. And the says it's going to get scary. There will be.
How scary!
Again, it's gonna be scary. Celebrate. It's gonna be scary. James, you're gonna have a birthday party. Are you ready? It's gonna be scary. You're gonna love it.
Oh.
Gonna kind of suck the whole way. Aren't you excited?
You might die.
You might die of fun. Anitis. I'm sorry. Can you let's take this one at a time. But okay.
Tribulation. There will be wars and rumors of war.
Not wars and rumors of war. My favorite.
There will be an antichrist figure who will rise up. Who will
there not been wars?
Is that's Amy's little horn, the Antichrist, right? The little horn that rises up, the king who devours the three other horns. Yeah.
Listen, sometimes you just got to get a little bit horny. Probably.
That be.
Well, davegar, they
believe for a long time it would be
converted at the end.
Picky. Exactly.
Yeah, they'll all convert, Amy. Once they realize how wrong they were that Jesus is the Messiah, they'll instantly convert.
Exactly. They'll join the bandwagon. But yes, it's kind of messed up.
Christians,
very messed up.
They love Jews and they love the Jewish people so much, Amy, and they love them so much that they would actually like them to stop being Jews and just come and be Christians like them, so that they can love them.
Both of those things. It's one, we want this to happen so the end of the world comes upon us, but two, you guys aren't actually right. So when Jesus comes back, you're going to be Christians, right? You're going to get on the J train.
You have to be. Otherwise, like all the Jews before who didn't become Christians, well, we don't want to talk about where they're at, but they're not happy.
They're much warmer place, and I'm not talking about Florida.
I mean, sure, all your ancestors are burning forever, but you don't have to.
Be Prince Charles.
Oh.
Or now King Charles.
Well, James can't have a good conspiracy without bringing in a prince, a princess, a king.
I forgot he even mentioned that. Before, because we did a video on that 2 years ago. Right after the Queen died, they're thinking that King Charles is going to go down to apparently Jerusalem and declare himself to be God. Okay. The guy's got cancer. I don't think he's going to be God, but anyway.
Well, I was gonna wait for another second or two to bring this up, but yeah, you can feel as they bring up this conspiracy, where they're like, well, and he was supposed to be the Antichrist, but time's coming. Come on.
Well, maybe it'll have to be William, or even better, William will die, and his kids will have to die, and then it'll go down to Harry, and he's evil because he's married to Meghan Markle, and he'll be the Antichrist.
My goodness, that bloodline needed A little bit of genetics, James. Oh my
There you
God. They were this close to anyway. Talk about Adam, Eve. Sending so much love over there. Skeptic and ranting, biblical prophecy confirmed.
Totally
Let's land the
prophetically
plane.
confirmed.
Yes.
Christ would have to. It says he's going to have a mortal wound, and he's actually going to have a resurrection. Everything. I mean, these are things that are written in Scripture.
Oh yeah.
Now, we're not at that point yet.
Oh,
We're
not?
okay.
But if these things are coming to pass,
James, not everything is boop yet. We don't, we pay with boop, but, we don't open doors with boop. And so we're not there yet.
right now, know that we are getting closer to the date of Christ's return. That no man knows the date nor the hour.
Oh.
You claim you do. I feel like right here. Right where it says confirmed, I'm pretty sure.
It's getting close, but I wouldn't say the day or the hour. It's just one of them, one of these days, one of these hours.
We're getting there, James. We're just getting there.
So if this is all written in Scripture,
And
if
it's
it's all
not.
there, then there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Yeah. Other than the fact that it never actually happens.
Other
Nothing.
than that,
You try to if that is in fact the true infrastructure for the mark of the beast technology, so that no man may buy or sell. If that's it, you could try to pass a bill to ban CBDCs, but it's not gonna pass. If that is in fact the true infrastructure for that technology, because it is written.
Cato and Brewster.
So all we can is watch,
She's a healthy
pay
female.
very close
breathing
attention,
and take it up the.
prepare ourselves, our soul, our family for what comes next.
Couldn't you just not get the chip?
Because if they do actually
age.
implement,
It'll be mandatory.
Of course,
You won't
it's
be
going to
able
be
to say
mandatory. They're going to hold a gun to your head, which is how they always frame it. They're forcing you
Or,
to.
well, I mean, they usually say the Antichrist will have guillotines and he'll
Why? Going
behead
French.
you if you don't take the mark. Yeah. He'll have guillotines. That's been in their movies and everything. Yeah.
you're not going to be able to transact in the world. You will need to barter.
I also love this. I feel like this is a fantasy at the end here more than it is of anything else.
You will need to have
fantasy?
tangible items that you can trade. And if we ever get to that point, I mean,
Well, I hate to break it to you, but bartering in civilization has never gone away. Currency has been developing over numerous different systems for thousands of years. It's transitioned. Oh, don't say that word, James. And yet, it's not scary. It's scary to think of financial considerations. How will this affect society? I don't think it's the end of the world. What do you think, James? We're about to land it. I guess.
This is the end. This is the fucking end.
This is the end.
What it looked like during COVID with all the lockdowns, the division of people.
Final countdown.
I was gonna say, I bet you this guy went. Oh, I bet you if I looked,
he thought that was the
COVID
end.
Oh, absolutely! Come on, we all joked, didn't we? All make jokes during COVID. How you join the end of the world? Stuff like that. These people.
You better have a network set up
That was his.
to survive what is coming, because it's gonna
gold from Patriot Gold Group. Totally love the USA. USA.
Exactly.
Patriot Gold.
Buy also my protein-filled testosterone free. Not as in any. James, you can't just sell testosterone. It has to help you get free-range testosterone. You don't want closed-range testosterone.
Like free-range chickens?
Like free-range chickens.
From free-range chickens, those Egglands, the ones that cost like $15 for a dozen.
I love the word organic to begin with because like all food is organic, and thus it makes me question what's going on if you have to advertise to me. Nonetheless, that's just a pedantic rant. We have just listened to this man alert us, break us, biblically prophesized to us as he confirmed that there's going to be a mark. There's no way you can stop it. Apparently no law. He didn't really say how the law is going to stop it. But he's like, you can't stop it. But James, your family can delay it. You're still going to get chipped. You could just like very strongly not want to get the chip, apparently.
You can delay the chip.
Delay the chip.
Well, I mean, like this is the thing. Like most of them are thinking, like this is why we can't have. Why can't we do anything?
Nice
why can't we? Oh. Why can't we solve any problems? Because the people who have all the power are convinced that they'll be dead before any of these bad things happen. So fuck you guys. You know, we can't fix Social Security because they want to pay more, and they'll get theirs, and they'll be dead by the time it runs out. So fuck you guys.
I kind of feel that way about our current politicians.
Yeah. Can't do anything about climate change because, yeah, I mean, America in 80 years, half of America will be underwater, but we'll be dead by then. Fuck you guys. We don't give a fuck. And I mean, that's kind of what capitalism, this form of capitalism, has done to people. It's made them embrace this only think about yourself mentality. The idea of collective sacrifice is looked down on. Sacrificing anything for the greater good it's viewed as stupid.
Yep. Listen, you do anything for other people, and that's communism.
Basically. She insulted my son. She insulted my authority. And that's nothing but good old-fashioned communism.
And it's a shame because I am not against markets. I'm not against, I mean, in essence, people trading. Currency is just, you know, we centralize something so that we can more easily trade. But I just don't like, and again, it's easy for me to say this because it gets into my 2-word political correctness. I just don't like crony capitalism. But at least people understand what I'm talking about when I say that. That is to say, I don't like con artists and scammers and charlatans. And if you have a product, it should be a good product and a decent product, and that should be or a good service or whatever. And yeah, it shouldn't have to take the juices of snakes and put it into an elixir and tell people it cures cancer.
But it is kind of inevitable that once an entity or person, sure, once they get so good at the game, they'll inevitably try to rig the system to maintain that for themselves. It's not, I mean, like they say that communism, that it goes against human nature, socialism, but you know, on the flip side, they have it in their nature to obtain all this wealth and power and then rig the system so that they get to keep it. And, you know, the rules that they took advantage of don't work against them anymore. Instead, it works to preserve their power. And
it's why I think you need some sort of mixed economy.
Sure.
That you want to market. I think most people understand that. They would take what you know, you and I said before, and then I just want to use my tax dollars to go towards social programs that will help others. And it's funny because every time I try to like defend something like EBT or Medicare or Medicaid, people always kind of, the people who are against that always take jabs, if I could properly speak, and say, oh, go get a job, go get a blah, blah, blah. And it's not, that I am not working, I would say, you know, I do 2 jobs. I have all of this stuff. I actually have used those programs before, and I have empathy. It's I want to give that to other people. I want to help those in need. I think that's a good use of our tax dollars. And it annoys me because I feel like the people who are against some of these programs, they create the worst version of a human.
Oh, sure.
What if this person exists? What if this person is, you know,
The fact that some people will game the system
Abuse
if
the
there's
system.
and that's inevitable. That's inevitable.
And yet most people, I think, are good people that, you know, we're actually helping.
Well, like the first thing, like we could get around all that if we just gave everybody the right to a job with a living wage, and there you go.
Sure.
Everybody can get a job. Everybody who works can earn a decent. That's it. But they don't want that because they want the idea of a job and a job that actually pays a livable wage to be exclusive. That's something only a certain subset of people get. The rest of the people, they work, but they won't actually earn enough to have a decent standard of living. Sucks to be them, but it'd be better for those up at the top.
Also, I'm going to interrupt to say that if you disagree with anything that James and I are saying, I'm going to start the clock. We got 30 minutes. Come join the stream and tell us what you think about anything that we've been watching or talking about tonight. We prefer actually people who disagree with us, but if you also agree and think you have an interesting point, come on too.
Well, even back in probably like 2016, talking about the primary between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders, the Democrat primary, and I happened to tell a gentleman that I was for Bernie Sanders, and he was like, "Oh, free stuff. You want free stuff. That's why what you want." And I'm like, "No, actually, like, so I work. Amy works. Well, I have a job. I work full. I have benefits. My corp company takes money out of every check and gives it to United Healthcare to give me healthcare. Instead of doing that, where United Healthcare tries to skim a portion of that right off the top for themselves and give me the minimal healthcare that they can, what if that went to a program and everybody just got healthcare? That's not free. Just because a company's not making a profit off of it, that's not the same as free. It's not free stuff. It's just stuff that is more efficient, stuff that benefits more people. And the fact that certain people at certain portions of their lives might not be able to pay at a certain time, but they would still be able to benefit. That happens. People do that typically for portions of life, but nobody stays unemployed intentionally, or very few people for their entire life to just collect. And you know what? If there's a few people that do that, okay, that's not the end of the world. Working sucks. We can all understand and relate to that. But most people just accept it as a necessary evil, as something we have to do, so we do it. But these programs aren't providing any type of extravagant living or any type of, most people are better off getting a job and going to work than relying on any of these programs, even the most generous ones. But these people, most of the people like that, they want to view themselves as special, that they get things other people don't, and by equalizing it, then they're no special. It's kind of like the relationship, even in the antebellum South, where 90% of people in the South didn't own slaves. It was really typically limited to your upper class, and maybe some of your upper middle class might have had enough money to own one or two. But some of them would lease them out. They could lease them one from somebody who did own them. But just them being there, them having a slave caste, that actually elevated the position of everybody who's not a slave. Function, whether it did really or not, maybe, but functionally it did. So it gave them peace of mind and status that there are people who are worse off than them, people that are essentially losing the game worse than them. And that does bring up aspects of our society that, to a certain extent, it is a zero-sum game. Not completely, not all aspects, but in some ways, there are certain zero-sum aspects to society. They don't like that notion. They just want to think everybody can pull themselves up, and but that's not reality. They know that's not reality, but they do just want to give this impression of fairness or equal opportunity. Well, of course, they love the term equal opportunity, not equal results. Well, okay. Anyhow, in regards to the video today, just a quirky Bible prophecy video, but it had Marjorie Taylor Greene on it. I knew we wouldn't be able to resist Marjorie Taylor Greene saying, well, Marjorie Taylor Greene type of things, quoting the Bible in terms of public policy, Christians being afraid of technology because of their particular interpretation of Revelation. We have a porpoise in the back. We'll get her on in just a moment. Well, let's see. Welcome aboard, Porpoise. It's good to have you on. Let's see if I can. Which way are we facing here? Whoa. Good to see you. How are you doing, Sinister?
Today could have been a better day.
Well, I'll tell you what. I guess I could say the same, but anything in regards to the video, anything that you found interesting?
Isn't it about time they admit some of these prophecies are never going to come true, or they're just vague? Also, after 4,000 years, aren't you supposed to consult a doctor if your prophecy doesn't come true?
I mean, I believe so. You probably should. You should probably consult a historian or a theologian, maybe. Well, actually, they have too many theologians already. Yeah, the question is no. They'll never admit that they won't come true because, well, okay, cross that out, because there is a subset of them who do that, and they are growing in Christianity. They're called preterists, and they believe that most of these prophecies have already been fulfilled in the first century. That the Emperor Nero was the Antichrist. All these things already happened. So, yeah, just continue. But they are a minority, a growing small minority, but they are still there.
Well, I mean, progress is progress. And it's pretty clear Revelation was a drug-inspired rant against Roman rule. But I'm sorry I missed the Marjorie Taylor Greene bits, because that should have been fascinating.
Well, she's just commenting on a bill that had some things in it with some digital and cryptocurrency that she found spooky because it's related to the mark of the beast in the book of Revelation, a cashless society that she feels the world is being pushed towards.
I'm pretty sure we'll still have currency. It just will be in electronic form.
I think paper currency, that's going to be around for quite a long time. I don't see that going away completely anytime soon. But You know.
Well, I mean, sometimes, I mean, for whatever reasons, we just can't use our credit cards, or I had to cancel one today because it's like I didn't recognize a charge on it. As for Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'm sure Marjorie Taylor Greene is the type of person who makes the people they hate sound so awesome I want to join them.
Well, I can't really argue with that. No. And yeah, why is this so scary? Why is in many ways a lot of these things are going to be more secure, be more robust financial system, more resistant to collapse. Oh, hi, Athena.
All right, I should have left you down, Athena, but
there you go. We haven't seen Athena
viewership apparently
in a little while, but it's good to see Athena. Yes.
And Athena, you're going to have to make it clear if you want to show your butt, because you're not in a good spot.
It's like she's self-censoring. Okay, there you go, Athena. That's what we all want to see. Here comes Amy. Welcome back, Amy.
Hello.
I could not figure out the banners thing. This is
no, I don't blame you. They changed everything, and
this is
yeah.
This is way more complicated.
James, it's all computer.
Jazz hands. You need to use
jazz
hands. To...
Give me hands.
Yeah.
Shane Gillis has the best way to impersonate Trump, and that is you just have to say things that he's seeing. Oh, look at this guy over here. Strong guy, tall guy. All right, I'm done. He talked at length about Arnold Palmer's. How is this? This is what I mean. Not only is this the wrong timeline, James, this is not the Matrix. All right. If this is the Matrix, then I just want to give this to the robots. Yes, you could have given us a regular version of, whatever the simulation was, and you gave us this one. Okay. What's that purpose? But James, I completely agree with you. I feel like this episode could just be summed up in technology is scary. Like, I agree with you. I think it's going to take way longer for traditional money to go away. And yet, when it does happen, which I think it will eventually, or if it almost
300 years.
Yes, then is that the end of the world? No, because at that point, people will be used to it. People will be so used to the other thing that
the idea of carrying around paper and pieces of metal in your pocket will seem archaic.
Yes, exactly. And so it's just scary right now. It's what we've always done.
Coins in your paper, and you could lose it.
Can I also say the other thing that I'm not saying, and I'm not saying they're wrong. I don't know anything about this specific market, but this is what you hear from conspiracy theorists. Invest in gold. Gold. Or
silver.
Like, okay.
You don't have enough money for gold, silver too, or platinum.
Or
rhodium.
I would say just get a house. Houses at least go up. Though that could be hard. Let me tell you, that's a harder thing to say in today's America. Anyway,
I don't know. I mean, conspiracy theorists make me want to join the Masons. Be clear.
I've met Masons.
What about the Knights Templar?
Yeah, those two.
Them too.
I just want to be part of a club. Come on.
You join the. Are you? Well, okay. I don't want to blow your cover, but it's probably a good chance that she is already a Jesuit who's been acting incognito this whole time.
Yeah, they've just got to stop making the people they hate sound so awesome.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, kitty.
Yes, that's Athena. I mean, so what? My grand. I'm gonna miss on you. Well, so which biblical prophecy do people think is going to come true first?
Well, this one was about having a mark, the mark of
cashless
the beast.
Society.
Yes,
tied in with the mark of the beast.
And their evidence was things like RFID chips, and they said that was going
Digital
to eventually
currency.
be put into your hand. And yes, it'd be tied to a digital currency. And they think that one day it's going to be so fast for you to buy a can of Coca-Cola that it'll be the end of the world. That's how I interpret it. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, I have a soda. Now here comes Satan.
I mean, one of the reasons why we won't get RFID
Satan
chips
drinks Pepsi.
in our wrists or forehead anytime soon is because of religious fanatics who are afraid it's the mark of the beast.
There you go.
There you go. Yes, indeed.
I mean, they don't really think about
these things. There's a few things we can't do or talk about because of religious people being all scared or caught up in their prophecies about
I think
it.
Vaccines are one of the big ones, unfortunately.
Not to
now
mention,
that's gone back. Yeah, they've gone back on that.
Not to mention, we still have groups like the Old Order Mennonites and the Amish that will not switch over to credit cards.
Indeed. Oh my goodness.
They'll be walked up to the guillotine by Satan.
They are such a weird thing in that I feel like they are a culturally accepted cult. And can I tell you why?
Basically.
I'll tell you one reason, okay?
Oh, I bet I know why.
They make good furniture. Okay?
There you go.
If they did not make good furniture, everyone would be like, what are these weird people doing?
Riding
electricity.
horse and buggy.
What bothers me is that they're not old-timey. To me, they have picked a very specific generation. They picked just before electricity. They've allowed thousands of years of evolution, and they've picked arbitrarily to go, not this one.
Well, so what they would say is that it's not random. It's the technologies that they think would separate them from God more. Like, does this technology help me be closer to God or closer to the world?
You're telling me air conditioning keeps them further away from God. And I get it. This
further
is
away
religious,
from
it's religious. So to work in logistics is where it always falls apart.
Yeah.
But
also keep in mind, without the Amish and Mennonites, southeastern Pennsylvania wouldn't have a tourist industry.
Oh, listen, as someone from a suburb of Philadelphia, it was just normal. It was just, where do you want to get something? Oh, we're just, we're going up north. And you go up there, and there's a million freaking... Some of them are giant. Some of them have these big stores that you'd be surprised.
How big? How big are they?
Big. And so, yes, that is why we definitely...
Candlelit stores.
What's up, DBK?
You know what I found cool, like, how they... like when they're doing the construction and they get like 50 people to move like a house all by just picking it up.
Because it kind of
crazy.
It's two things. It has to be that way because you're not going to be using any sort of, modern technology. And then, yes, I'll give it to them. It looks like synchronized dancing, but you're friggin' building something. So sure, it is really cool. Again,
you're moving a house with just people carrying it.
Come on. There's something in the back of your head going, I want these culties to build me a house. That's what we're all saying. We're like, ooh, look how amazing that they do it, and it's so good.
I want them to build me a house, but then...
Now listen, I want to go watch...
and air conditioning and
yes, I want to go watch Stars and HBO and want to go have all this. But I mean, the people who build it, good.
And not to mention the food's amazing.
Yes, so that's the other thing. And they make good food. But again, this feels like... Is there anything more cult-like than to say, listen, the furniture here and the food is amazing. Maybe we should stay. I'm just sending love to all my Amish friends who are definitely not watching this podcast. I would be willing to bet.
I think the reason my ancestors settled there is because it looked like Germany or Switzerland.
There you go. Well, it is very... Can I tell you another just random geography thing that I was looking at the map, and like half of this country's desert. Like if you pull out, you see that there's like this Rhine, and then you have like not only Mississippi, you're the Mississippi River, but then you have pockets of green. And these are where these giant cities have formed. But my goodness, it must have been a tough time doing the whole expansion out west. He was probably driven out there. What's this called, right? I can't imagine that he did that out of the goodness of his heart.
Who?
What's Joseph Smith?
Oh, Brigham Young. Oh,
Was it Brigham Young? Brigham Young is the guy, in my opinion, because he was the first. And this is again my lay understanding of just looking into it a little bit. Is he feels like the first true believer who was like, all right, let's make this real. Like, I feel like that's the difference between Joseph Smith and Brigham Young had a lot of bad stuff too, but I feel like he was the first one who actually believed it. Joseph Smith, I am convinced, did not believe any of that. Like, none of it.
Think of Joseph Smith as L. Ron Hubbard, and Brigham Young is what the other guy's name? David
Miscavige.
Miscavige.
Yes, exactly. He is not only do I believe it, but we're gonna start taking this seriously. Like, that is the difference.
At least Joseph Smith had one prophecy that came true.
Getting martyred, dying was
No, he correctly predicted the year the Civil War would start and what state it would start in.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you, there was what kills me about the people of the time, because they always say, well, you wouldn't have taken a position back then. I get that, because I'm very unionist. I'm very pro-union, just like they're very pro-Confederate sometimes. And I don't know, there were abolitionists as far back as the founding of this country. And so,
a few of them, yeah.
And the famous one, Ben Franklin. Ben Franklin was pushing for there to be no slavery at the founding of this country. But that was apparently that was the social issue of the time. What's up, Rubiks? Hope you're doing okay and sending love.
I mean, if they're worried about putting things on their foreheads, I mean, why do they wear those hats?
Oh my goodness. I forget who had the joke, but it's like, you have some religions that wear a tiny hat, some religions that wear, like the round, but they don't have the piece in the center. They should, come together and make a full hat. But there's something weird about religious people and wearing things for God.
I meant MAGA, but
oh my goodness, that whole slogan triggers me, just because, again, it gets me into, well, wasn't the country great? And then I say, well, when was it great? And then they always pick a time, and then you just go, well, insert social issue.
Well, as far as I can tell,
sending love.
The times Donald Trump thought the country was great, judged by his policies, are the 1950s and the 1890s.
Okay. Specifically.
Does seem like they would. Well, and it depends on who's in charge. It does feel like Stephen Miller wants to sometimes take us back there. But I like it when they say Stephen Miller's name on Seth Meyers. There's always lightning in the background. I'm sending so much love. I know that, we have our biases. It's weird to me because the reasons that I dislike him are not the reasons why I think that, I would normally give a conservative. He does things that are so... That's okay. He cursed on TV, and that wasn't even a scandal. So we can do it here now. You hear that, TOS?
I'm sure all we have to do is convince Stephen Miller to go for a walk during the day and our problem solved.
What was it saying? True. There was a documentary of following him on election night last year, and he used the F-bomb like 1,000. He does use the F-bomb a lot.
Well, for the most part, he's not in the public eye, so.
Yeah.
Stephen Miller?
Is it or
Trump?
No, Donald Trump?
Oh, no. You're saying Donald Trump uses the F-bomb. See, I
all the time
have a very big distaste for Stephen Miller because he, to me, is where all this social friggin' baggage, he is the one trying to implement the Project 2025 stuff. He basically shouted to go storm Home Depots. Well, he was angry at ICE for not doing that hard enough. And it's like, come on, dude. Is that really? I get the criminals and the gangbanger. Muted myself. That's how they frame it. But do we really have to raid, the moms that are folding sheets, or, the car mechanics, or the people, again, just doing manual labor jobs?
Well, Donald, I was going to say,
my hair is getting bluer. Porpoise, our hairs are going to get bluer.
My hair is going.
It's already gray anyway. It can't. They could not be any more bluer.
James, if I get any more woke, I go Super Saiyan, I think.
Yeah.
Speaking of woke, sorry.
No.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Grant me this, James. It's been that it's harder. I don't even want to talk about politics, but I don't know. It feels encroaching, and so it's hard not to talk about it because it feels like it's coming. Well, certain things are coming for us. Yes, sinister.
That's one of the great things about being asexual. All the sex jokes I have to pretend to get.
That's okay. They have a book for that, the Carmen Sutra. I am just teasing.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Close. Oh my god. Mix the two together. Now we have a true book.
Song of Solomon.
I bet there'd be a market for that.
All right, we're going to learn this position, but we have to find it first. Now I know why we're all going to hell. Anyway, we are Skeptic and Ranting on Biblical Prophecy Confirmed. We have probably 10 more minutes or so, unless someone disagrees with us, in which case we'll probably go on for another 18. We have to do 18 hours specifically, James, right? That's what the preacher has taught us.
18 hours a day for almost a year of reading the Bible and studying.
So, considering we have...
No, go.
This is just a thought. Considering we have people actively trying to make certain prophecies come true, or just encouraging things like genocide.
Well, I mean, it's hard to want diplomatic relations if your end goal actually is the end of the world. Or at least you're not motivated to make concessions. I see this in the corner of my
just because the right nation is committing it, just because they want Jesus to come again. It's like,
how often does he need to come? Let him drink a protein shake. That joke never gets old. I can't help myself. Si, senor and senorita.
And bringing up Davegar's point a while ago about which is more impressive, prophesizing the start of a war at the end. Prophesizing that the Civil War was going to happen in the 1830s is not that impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's like reading the news and being like, war is going to happen any day. And then, I don't know. These religions always claim to have information that how could they have known? And then you go, well, I mean, they didn't live in an echo chamber. They were part of society. They had chambers of information. My favorite is the Muslims, who they're like, how could they have known anything? And it's like, well, their scribes were also intelligent. Like, these were the smartest people of the time. That's what the religious people do. They collect their smartest and try and, actually make things. I was going to say rub things together.
So,
Sinister, it looks like you wanted to say something.
Oh, sorry, I was waiting. But
you're good.
Does it count if they're trying to make the prophecies come true? I mean, I know these people are just spreading paranoia because it sells.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you can't sell sex or controversy, sell fear.
That's right. Another strong
motivator. Some of them are. If you look at it, like they're the evangelical Christians are the ones driving force behind trying to get the Jews to rebuild the temple in Jerusalem. That's on they moved the embassy to Jerusalem, getting that completely under Israeli control so they can rebuild the temple, encouraging them to the stuff with the red heifer. They love that red heifer, Amy.
I know. I was gonna say they love Wendy's.
Yeah.
Also,
and basically trying to provoke a war over there so that Jesus can come and save.
They have no motivation to de-escalate. If the end of the world is a good thing, this is what drives me crazy about the mixed messaging. If the end of the world is a good thing, then what motivation do you have to end said war? And that is, you don't. Oftentimes, you are motivated to pour gasoline.
Right, because they already know the end, Amy. Israel wins. It's in the Bible. They don't get defeated. They don't get defeated by Islam. They know that. There's no risk. No risk. Let them do it.
It says that so somewhere in insert chapter that I interpret that very specific way.
I do love the Fallout series and the Fallout games, but I can't say I've ever thought the end of the world was a good thing.
Can I tell you something sinister? I don't know if you know this, but war never changes. Sending love to Rubiks. Yeah, can I tell you something so weird, Rubiks? I was listening to some far right person or something, and I'm pretty sure, and I'm paraphrasing, they made up this statistic. They're like, did you know that men on average once every 11 minutes think of the Roman Empire? And I went, what? So specific, so random. Like, I get it. I like history too. I'm sure there was a time I looked at that, and then African, and then Native American. Why Roman? Okay.
And then you realize. Sorry.
It was also, no, it was just way too specific. It was way too specific, and it was way too, like, every so often that you go, I think this guy has just a fetish, a hard on for Rome. But okay. Are these men historians? No, they are not.
And then you realize they were talking about sex, not the Roman Empire?
Yes. If you replace Roman Empire with SEX, I think you'd actually get a true statement there. Bill more jazz bars. I think they would also get free. Yeah, I just feel like this all gets summed up by technology is scary and cryptocurrency exists and the Bible said bad things. What still gets me is wars and rumors of wars. Also, why not lead off with rumors of wars and war? But okay.
So there could be wars, there could be just people talking about wars.
Yeah.
People talking about wars. We've always had at least one of those, right?
But we've had war. I'm not the first comedian. I forget who has said this, but it's crazy that war is even legal, as in we just let it exist and stuff like that. But we suck as the world police, apparently. And so bad things still happen. Wars still go on. And, that doesn't seem to be the end of the world. It actually seems to be the opposite. It just seems to be, what do they call it? The world. Yeah, it just seems to be, yeah.
I'm afraid they might make the world, the end of the world a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Well, we were talking about, I mean, I would say, are more motivated in some respects. Did you watch Fallout, James?
No.
Okay, or play the game. I think even rare he would play the games. But it was always rumored in the games that it was the actual company who pulled the trigger, who released, because it's the end of the world. But it was rumored, because there's a lot of hypotheses that they threw around. But at least as far, spoiler alert, as the TV show, the companies are the ones who drop the bombs because they're at war with China. There's this endless war, like a 1984 style war with China,
right?
And everyone is preparing for the end of the world, and the corporations decide that the best thing for business is not just selling things about the end of the world, but being the top of the end of the world.
Well, it was one specific company that was the theory that dropped the bomb, and they pretty much confirmed that in the show.
Yes.
And it's kind of a stupid thing because that company makes its money selling paranoia.
They do. But I guess if you're about to go bankrupt or something, you need something drastic. I just think it's funny.
In chat. It was good to see Mr. Ian.
What's up, Ian?
Davenport.
My joke is also, I have another joke that, as I'm a big fan of Fallout, I am a big fan of, Left 4 Dead and all of the, not Left 4 Dead, that's a video game.
The Last of Us?
The Last of Us.
That's
and
also a
all
video
of
game.
these. Well, that's also a show. That's true. What's the other zombie show? I love The Last of Us because of the cordyceps virus. So, fungus. Though I have had to change and modify my story. There is the cordyceps and I think the horticeps. They now have two separate categories, and my new fungus is a combination, a mutated version of both of those because the cordyceps has been taken. So I have only played 2 Fallout games. I have played Fallout 3. I should have played 1 and 2. Now I would go back and play, and I am currently playing New Vegas. I like New Vegas. I'm enjoying. I actually just hit New Vegas itself in New Vegas not too long ago, and I have been struggling with which side to really go with because I feel like the liberal in me wants to side with NPR and
NPR.
or not NPR. I'm so bad at all the acronyms. And yet, how I like House. I think everyone is biased towards House. He is probably, I think James, you would like this guy, I think, because he is in essence, the smartest.
I've seen some House. I like House.
He's not the show.
Oh.
So also a great thing. There is a character in Fallout. He is an inventor. I would say the closest amalgamation of a Tesla, a modern day. He's like if Elon was actually an inventor.
He's actually based off of Howard Hughes.
Is he?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. But he's this smart, brilliant guy, and he is very capitalistic. I would say he's nice to a degree. So, but it's his way or the highway. So I've been having a hard time. And then there's the Legion. There's these people. Speaking of the Roman Empire, Jesus. The Legion are, these people that are trying to just, they're role play, they're LARPing. They are live action role playing as the Roman Empire, but also giant dicks. They're worse somehow. They are like the worst. If you took the worst version, and there are many blue fucking bad versions of the Roman Empire. But the Legion are dicks. NCR. Thank you. NCR. Yes, the NPR. Though I love the 2 radio stations, both so far, Fallout 3 and New Vegas. I think you're supposed to like those guys. They're sympathetic. They're very different in tone, too. James, they're good games. You should play them.
One of these years when I get some time. Yeah.
I was going to say, there's so much in Fallout New Vegas that references what happens in Fallout 2.
Is it? See,
Yeah.
I actually like turn-based games. I went to 3 because I was just like, I gotta pick. I felt like if I started at 1, I would probably, it'd take me so long to get through all of them. But then after I got through 3, it was like, I probably should have played 1 and 2.
1 is the darkest of all the Fallout games.
The darkest. You would like.
It is the only one where you can talk the villain at the end out of what he wants to do, though.
Yeah, here there's a lot of dark. If you look at, I like their humor. I mean, and can I tell you something that I'm biased towards? If people ask me what is your favorite type of video game type, I always say FPS RPG, because I don't know what it is about first-person shooter RPGs. They all have this like great sarcasm to them. Like, I could think of I think the Elder Scrolls, maybe to a lesser degree, but they definitely have it. I think Borderlands is definitely like that. Like BioShock is definitely like that.
I don't know. I do get a lot of humor out of BioShock, but
They do, exactly. There's something
maybe BioShock
about
Infinite, but
like this mixture. I think it's like how crude FPS is, and yet not to be snooty, but I guess but how intelligent RPGs are, and you're mixing them together, and it gives it like this edge. I don't know. I'm very biased towards that genre.
But you also have to love that one of the gangs in New Vegas is a gang of Elvis impersonators.
Oh, I just found them. Oh, that is where I am. Yes. I know exactly. They're all 19. They're with the slick back and the coats, and that guy just gave me a mission. I had to work on persuasion just to get in there because the guy wouldn't let me in. He'd always just shoo me away.
But
yes,
yeah,
indeed.
It's like, I don't want to live in the Fallout universe, despite how much I love it. MAGA, please stop taking us there. No, you would
not. Please, no. My favorite, James, I'll make this relatable to podcast. My favorite is there's a religion about the end of the... There's a religion about nukes.
Oh, let's hear for that.
Where?
So in Fallout 3, very specifically, there is a nuke in the middle of the first town, Megaton.
Yeah.
And you have this priest, and he's just sitting there in radioactive water, just going, this is, everything you would think of a priest, but, now he's doing it to say about, well, I'd say the end of the world, but is that really that much different from...
Just to make you feel better, the Church of Adam, along with the Hubologist in Fallout 2, makes a reappearance in Fallout 4. Or Fallout 3. Yeah, Fallout 3 has the Church of Adam.
Really?
Fallout 2 has a religion called Hubology, which they swear wasn't Scientology, but it's clearly Scientology.
Allegedly. Been using that word a lot today. I do believe that we have to start to wrap up. It's actually been lovely having you on, Porpoise.
It's been amazing.
We have been... Yes, it feels good again. We're getting back in the saddle. We'll probably do a Skeptic Bible reading this week. I want to do more fun content. That's true. We are going on your schedule, though. I need to stop being
I'll be up at 5:30 in the morning again soon enough. No need to.
I know. Oh, I know. Don't rush it. Exactly. Oh my goodness. I love losing track of the days right now. It's been fantastic. But we have been skeptic and ranting. You have your birthday off?
I took my birthday off this Thursday. Yeah.
We're both turning 21. We're gonna be able to.
Oh yeah. No,
it would be nice.
42. The big 4-2.
James, life, the universe, and everything.
Yeah.
But you should. Do you like Walter Goggins? Yeah.
Sinister.
She likes. He's the ghoul. He's one of the main antagonists, protagonists, whichever way you want to look at it. In Fallout, he plays a cowboy most often. He gets typecast, and I would say he is a cowboy in this. Maybe just a mutated. The fun thing about Fallout is that if you're close enough to the radiation, you die. If you're in like a band, not too close, not too far away, you kind of radiate yourself where your skin kind of loses all the hair. You look like a cancer patient without it, even worse, without a nose and all this stuff. But you're alive, and in fact, you're oftentimes stronger than you were before. But you look. Well, let's just say you look like a ghoul.
Well, that's what they're called, ghouls.
Exactly.
But you also have feral ghouls, which are pretty much just mindless zombies.
Yes. But it's a fun game. You should try it, or a show. It's not Christopher Nolan. It's his brother. It's the other Nolan. Good. The Nolans are good, though. Yeah, I think what we're going to do, we're going to wrap it up. We are going to we should figure out where everything is. I'm not stalling for time. You are. The open mic. We're in the open mic. I knew that. I was just testing you. Sinister, we have been skeptic and ranting on biblical prophecy confirmed. If this is the mark, no law can stop it. And yet he seems to be just doing fine anyway. Anyway, I hope you had a good time. Where can people find you, and what are your final thoughts?
I am the Sinister Porpoise. My YouTube channel is defunct right now, as long as I have my current job. But you can find my other YouTube channel, which is discussing math and computer science topics once I get around to doing it more, at Mad Computer Scientist. You can find me on Twitter at Sinister Porpoise. Blue Sky is something similar. I'm also on Mastodon. And, well, yes, RFID chips can be put in your body. But remember that the passage says that they cannot buy or sell unless they have the mark of the beast. And people just saying, I want to put this chip in my body, weird though it is, because I wouldn't want it there, is not fulfilling biblical prophecy.
Thank you so much, Sinister. Please check out her channel. And the other thing, this is the last thing I'll say, and I'll give it to James, it's that it's such mundane technology. Like, it's great technology, but it does such open door. Like, you want to be able to, if we actually attached it to currency, buy soda. And it's like, I guess, sure, you could attach it to weird things. Like, you could make it set missiles off or something. But so can you do so with a mouse button? And so, I don't know. Just seems like they're scared of technology. James, we're back in the saddle. We've been skeptic and ranting. Biblical prophecy confirmed. Again, I want to just say the same, like the extra urgency. We had both an alert and breaking news that this was biblical prophecy confirmed. So what were your thoughts about it?
Registered and certified.
That's right.
Same time from CCL. Registered and certified ticket agent for Caribbean Cruise Lines. Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming along. Get your RFID chips. You go to hell, but you're already going anyway, so why not? You'll just go there. You'll be easier to pay for stuff along the way, and we're already going to hell. Why not?
Might as well buy coffee, that much quicker. And it really would be just a second. Like we're talking about how the difference between a swipe and a boop, and putting it in your hand would just be one more second. Oh, you would still have to go like this, maybe. It's the end of the world as we know it. And yet, exactly. And yet that dude feels fine. That guy the whole time, that's all he was saying was like, it's the end of the world, but I feel great. It's the end of the world, but go.
I feel fine.
Prep
it's the
for
end of the world as we know it.
No, it's just weird how that dude, and it's
1980s.
They do this every time.
Music.
This is what they do. He also didn't put a time on it. It's not like he's like, well, biblical prophecy is going to happen in 2000 and insert year. No. James, Porpoise, there have
Nobody
been
knows the day or
rumors
the
of
hour.
wars and wars. So it's going to happen soon-ish. Maybe? Oh, well, thank you for that definite statement. Okay. I'm just ranting into the chorus. Thank you, Porpoise. Thank you, James.
Thanks, Amy.
You are both lovely, and so are all of you. I want to thank everyone for joining us on tonight's Skeptic and Ranting. Alert! Breaking! Biblical prophecy confirmed. If this is the mark, no one can stop us now. I think that's how it was. Okay. From the channel News. Next News Network. Got to get it right, James. NNN. Don't want to switch up the ends. Don't want to make it Network News Next. All right.
News Next Network.
News Next Network. And again, you don't want to be previous news networks. You don't want to be PNN.
You don't even want to be current. You want to be next.
Exactly. You don't want to be current. Current, too slow. Got to be next. You got to be logical, probable, plausible. Sending so much love to our theist friends, brothers and sisters.
I'm just happy he's not on YouTube.
It does seem like he
ran away.
dissipated.
Thanks,
I love
Ember.
when they name their channels like that. Sending love, Amber. Sending love, everyone.
Like
we
a
had
total truth champion, warrior, God, love.
yes, either
Follow
slave of
him,
God, warrior of God, slave warrior of God.
Truth, God, warrior, love.
I know,
slave.
I know. Truth. There's another one. Truth warrior.
Has anyone done submissive of God?
The closest that we've had is someone
Ultimated
said,
Judeo-Christian.
yes, he is consistently, because you think, of course, you get topped by God. You're going to let God top you. But, of course, that brought the question. We asked, have you topped God? And without a beat, I mean it, with 100% seriousness in his voice, he told us yes.
They switch. Yeah, they switch.
I mean, you could have the. Okay,
I think I asked him. So do you guys? He's in you right now. You go in him. So you guys switch, and he's like, yeah, we switch.
Someone can do femboy for God.
Femboy for God. Well, and we've had people on this channel that said they've had sex with angels. We've had people who sex on here with demons. We've had people that said they've had sex with gnomes. And God. I'm trying to think. James, again, is it because I'm LGBTQ? You're straight. I don't get it. Why do so many people have such a vast variety of magical sexual partners?
No, I don't know. I can't
lack of
answer that.
Serico?
Probably. Okay. There's other ways. Tinder, Grindr.
Also, you were doing a lot of late night streams, and that brings out the weirdos.
That's true. We need to possibly do late night streams.
I'm sorry.
Listen, I'm not complaining, okay? I'm sure these are things that I am going to scrapbook later, but I just like how serious they are. That's what does it to me, is that, like, they say this. If they just came on here and they started screaming, I have sex with demons, sure. But it's like the seriousness of the situation, because they never defend the sex with demons. That's always like the aside. Like, I was having sex with Satan and over here life was exploding and Jesus was slowly taking me into his life. And we have to go, but about that first part for like a quick hot second. All right. Anyway, this has been Skeptic and Ranting. Good night, everyone. I do want to thank my co-host James W., along with my fabulous panelist Porpoise. Go check out her channel, as well as all the lovely people in chat, our mods who make this stream so great, and viewers like you who make this channel even possible. Please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, because I'm contractually obligated to say that. I'm not actually, but it sounded cool. Allows you to see our premieres and join our live streams. Or hey, why not leave a comment once the video's done? Thank you to everyone who sent in super chats. Thank you to davegar who sent in a super sticker. And all the people who support the show. You can become a channel member by clicking the button below and joining our evolving badge system, which triggers creationists. You can't have things evolve. James, there's 5 different types of evolution. Somehow I'm bringing up more types and none of them are true. It's weird because all the types of evolution that Kent brings up, they're all real. Like, stellar evolution is a thing. It's just that's not what we talk about when we generally talk about evolution. But it's just weird to bring up because it's like, look at all these things that are true, thus this one thing is false. It's like, what? That doesn't. I'm sure he does it better, but it seems stupid.
It is.
Allegedly. Sarah, thanks. You can also, best way, or one of the best ways to support the show is by going to our Patreon at patreon.com/Amy Newman. I'm Amy Newman, and along with James W., we will see you all on the next episode of Skeptic Policy. Good night, everyone. Mwah. Mwah. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Sending love.